Enough is enough. This is coming from Mohbad's father. He said this time around, no, it is not going to be the same. You see, Mohbad was mysteriously snuffed out, snuffed away, life taken from him. Mohbad's father also said he's going through the same right now, that he can't even sleep in his house anymore. That he has to go from one prayer mountain to the other. This is how worse it is. It says spiritually, physically, they are after him. They want to shut him down. They want to put an end to him, same as they did to his son. Are you shocked? Yes. You see, Mohbad's father is the key to the DNA that we have all been talking about as part of justice. You will be shocked. What you're about to hear will blow your mind. You have never heard this one before. You'll be listening to Mohbad's father. In fact, Mohbad's father went as far as telling us that the white piece of cloth that Wunmi threw in Mohbad's coffin was not just a white cloth, that there was something else attached to that white cloth. For those who do not understand the language that Mohbad's father is going to speak, I will translate and also analyze. You will be shocked. The charms that was tied in the middle of that white cloth that they threw in the coffin of Mohbad, you will be shocked. They already cut nails and hair of Mohbad. The hair of Mohbad was cut. The nails of Mohbad was cut. They picked it together, burnt it together. You remember that Mohbad's father said, when I got there, I met a lawyer. They didn't ask me to come. I just went there. Like, I needed to go there. I met a lawyer. I met a spiritualist. Those were the two people that Wunmi called to execute and finish what she needed to finish. One is to take the fingerprint of Mohbad whilst he was lifeless on a piece of paper so that they can forge a will. The other was to cut the nails, cut the hair, take spiritual, items together, mix it together so that they can capture the spirit of Mohbad. Pay attention to this video. Before we proceed, like and share. Tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Very important, so that you don't lose or miss any of these fire for fire updates. It is about to get messy. Yes, it's about to get messy. And this is what we wanted from Mohbad's father. We wanted this all along. Like and share. Tap on the thanks button. Let's get right into it.
wọ́n ní kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe fi ẹ̀sùn kan Wunmi àti bàbá Fálànà pé tí kankan bá ṣe yín àwọn nìkan mú wọ́n ní kí ló dé tẹ́ fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gbọ́ orúkọ yẹn ó ti pẹ́ tí mo dẹ̀ pé ajàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn ni mo mọ̀ wọ́n sí gbogbo ẹbí wọn ajàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ lọ́ọ̀yà yìí náà ni bàbá yìí gbogbo ẹbí ẹ̀dẹ̀ di lọ́ọ̀yà ṣé kìí ṣe ohun tó dáa ní èmi náà ń kọrin gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tí mo bí náà di olórin ṣe fún tí mo ní ni mo fi ń kọ́ àwọn ọmọ mi òkú náà dẹ̀ ni ló fi ń kọ́ àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n mo wá wòye ní ìgbà tí ẹni tí ó jẹ́ olùbárà yín ẹgbẹ́ èdè tó ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ láti máa tẹ́kítì mi ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ ń jà fẹ́ bí alọ́ba ṣé bí alọ́ba náà ń jà fún ìṣá mo ṣe illustration kan ní ìmọ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe wá sí mi lórí mo kọjá ní Kétu mo wá rí èrè kan bẹ̀ wọ́n ní lọ́ọ̀yà ni Gani Fáwẹ́hìnmí kó tó lè yarú èrè síbí oníṣẹ́ kan tí ẹni yẹn ṣe
onítọ̀hún ṣe lórílẹ̀‐èdè
èmi náà pé kì í ṣe ẹbí wọn ló ṣe àwọn kan ló parapọ̀ pé Gani Fáwẹ́hìnmí kò ṣeé gbàgbé irú ènìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá yìí ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí wọ́n wá ń dáwọ́ lé yìí mo wá ń bira mi léèrè bóyá àwọn náà lè bira wọn léèrè pé ṣé wọ́n lè ya èrè wọn náà ẹmọ̀dí òtítọ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ fi òtítọ́ lẹ̀ èmi béèrè DNA fọ́mọ mi ẹ wá ní kán lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ tèmi gan pé DNA tèmi ènìyàn ló ń bẹ lẹ́yìn ọ̀rọ̀ tó rò fi ń dùn ẹnìkan ló ní kó máa nìṣó ẹ̀wọ̀n náà ló tún tì lẹ́yìn pé kó pè mí kó tírẹ́tì mi inú orí àjọ wà àtúnjọ wá láti ibìkan náà.
bọ́tẹ̀ ṣé àwọn mọ̀ sí bí wọ́n ṣe ní ká lọ bí léèrè DNA.
wọ́n yẹ kí èèyàn lè protect ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe béèrè mo pe lọ́ọ̀yà mi kó pe lọ́ọ̀yà wọn pókè DNA afẹ́ ṣe wọ́n ní kémi náà kọ́ lọ ṣe tèmi náà táwọn bá dẹ̀ máa ṣe USA náà ti máa ṣe.
USA báwo ṣé ìlú èbó ni ṣé USA láti ṣe DNA ni.
kọ́ má bàa ṣe náà ni
ǹjẹ́ tó bá wá sọ pé kò tiẹ̀ wá sí DNA rárá pé ó dá o ẹ tiẹ̀ wá rí pé wọ́n wá ṣe kí lè wá máa ṣe lórí ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀ ní gbà fọlọ́n báyìí.
èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn kan èmi ò lè gbà ọ́ kí gbogbo àgbáyé máa gbọ́ tí wọn ò bá ṣe DNA yẹn gbà wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe torí ọ̀la ọmọ yẹn wọ́n nígbà tọ́mọ yẹn máa kú ó gbé ọmọ yìí lé mi lọ́wọ́ ó kù ọjọ́ mẹ́ta irú àwa yìí ní wọ́n níbo nílé bàbá yìí lẹ́yìn ta ni bàbá ẹ̀ àbùkù gbáà ni.
ẹ fẹ́ ṣúọ̀ bóyá ọmọ yín ni.
bàbá mo gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé ọmọ mi ni ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ìfúnra mi sìn ó jẹ́ kí n máa doubt. kọ́nà gbé placenta fún ta ló sì di ọmọ ṣé kì í ṣọgbọ́n tán lò tán fi gba two acre lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kọ́nà tó fi lò láti fi gba placenta lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
wọ́n tiẹ̀ nígbà Mohbad wà láyé a gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní kò mọ bó ṣe ń sáìn pé tom printer àbí nǹkan ní máa lò.
ọmọ tó kàwé ni ọmọ tó kàwé dáadáa ni eléyìí tó sọ pé daddy I am sorry ó gba páálí ẹ̀ wálé wípé mo lò 2 years ní polytechnic tí mo fi sí kì í ṣe pé bóyá kò kàwé so kò lè rẹ́ gbà sọ fún òun fẹ́ ṣe kínkínní òun fẹ́ tẹ̀ka àlùmọ̀kọ́rọ́ yìí ló wà ń bẹ̀. mo dẹ̀ tún sọ̀rọ̀ kan wípé èmi bàbá ẹ̀ am now 56 years of age mi ò tí ì kọ wíìlì mi ọmọ méje mo bí náà ọmọ 26 years ó ti ń gbìyànjú àti kọ wíìlì kẹ́mi kó ti lọ́wọ́ àlùmọ̀kọ́rọ́jì kan nú mo tún débẹ̀ lọ́ọ̀yà ni mo bá ṣé lọ́ọ̀yà ló yẹ kí n bá mi tí èèyàn kú sí bí kò ṣe pé dókítọ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni dókítọ̀ ni kò yẹ kó kan lọ́ọ̀yà.
dókítọ̀ ló yẹ kán pé bẹ̀tì lọ́ọ̀yà làwọn pè kó tètè wá bá wọn ṣe finishing.
ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀yin àti Dàrúsọ àti ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀.
a sọ̀rọ̀ torí àwọn òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kan gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi gbogbo wọn ti parapọ̀ sójú kan so a sọ̀rọ̀.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí wòlíì àti ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ẹ sì gbàgbọ́ pé a máa rí justice.
a máa rí ìdájọ́ yìí ẹ rí ọmọ yìí ó dàbí mi ò mọ tí mo lè fi wé ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi wé Jésù ìgbà yẹn torí òkìkí ẹ̀ kàn bí Jésù náà ká sọ pé Jésù ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé Màríà wà láyé àwa ni òye Màríà wà láyé wọ́n kan Jésù mọ́gi kágbà pé mi ni Màríà ìgbà yẹn Jésù ló ń lọ yìí so ọwọ́ agbára rẹ̀ ó máa mú ohun tó lóun fẹ́ ṣe yẹn ó máa ṣe ó ní ẹ ti ń ṣe é tipẹ́ ó fóun náà ilé ìrẹ́ máa fi ṣe àṣemọ́ ok tí wọ́n bá lọ wú òkú yẹn kò síbi tí àṣírí ti fẹ́ tú wọ́n ti ṣe àṣeparí wọ́n ti ju aṣọ sórí òkú wọ́n ti ju àdó síbẹ̀ wọ́n ti perfect iṣẹ́ wọn ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run tó ní agbára wọ́n mú kí èdè wọn má yíra wọn láti lọ uproot pé ok afẹ́ zoom on body padà káàṣírí wọn lè tú ni Ọlọ́run tó dẹ̀ tú àṣírí yẹn kò ní kúrò lójúṣẹ́.
tí wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn igun kejì sọ pé àfikún jẹ́ kí spending máa kó owó yẹn lọ. ewu lẹ́yìn faramọ́ jù àbí kílẹ̀ ní sọ́kọ̀ àárín yẹn sà.
ara nǹkan tí èmi náà ń sọ nìyẹn anything about money mi ò fẹ́ fi bẹ́ẹ̀ tí gbogbo ara fara sí ká máa sọ pé báyìí ìyẹn mo sọ pé tí a bá lè parapọ̀ agbàgbà àwọn mẹ́wàá làwọn bí ok àwọn kan fojú wò pé nǹkan ṣe yìí ó dáa nǹkan ṣe yìí kò dáa ẹ̀yin náà wo íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì bó ṣe rí ní ìròyìn kí gbogbo èèyàn fẹ́ràn mi àwọn kan sì máa dúró nídúró pé irú èèyàn wo lẹ́nu ìjẹ́ tíyàn mẹ́fà bá ti sọ pé ẹ já gbé ẹ kí àwọn mẹ́rin yòókù kó gbà fún èèyàn mẹ́fà yẹn ká lè lọ síbi tí ká dẹ̀ lè débi tí à ń lọ. ìyẹn ni òwe tí mo pa so mi ò gbọ́n ju gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ṣe mí lóore wọ́n dẹ̀ wà pẹ̀lú mi nígbà tí mo rò pé ó ti tán Ọlọ́run ló sọ pé ó kù nígbà tí ayé sọ pé ó parí Ọlọ́run sọ pé òun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni so táwa ní èmi tí màá sọ pé mo dá nìkan báyìí lẹ́jọ́ no so kọ́kọ́ parapọ̀ ká lè rí justice nǹkan ni
ká parapọ̀
ká má fi kọ́ kékeré bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ó túmọ̀ sí pé ní kúkúrú nípa orin tí à ń sọ yẹn ẹ̀ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi orin yẹn láti máa fi gbé Ọlọ́run ga àti láti máa fi rántí ọmọ yín ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá ó ṣe jí gbogbo ni.
now ẹ wá jẹ́ àlọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ibo ni ọ̀rọ̀ autopsy wa dé dúró báyìí.
títí di mo ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí mi ò tí ì gbọ́ nǹkan kan nípa autopsy and autopsy yẹn èmi rọ gbogbo àgbáyé pátápátá kán dúró tì mí torí ó yẹ kó ní ìdí àtìtúmọ̀ kan ọmọ tí wọ́n ti sí tí wọ́n tún lọ exhume ẹ̀ ó yẹ ká wá ní ìdí pàtàkì tí wọ́n fi lọ wú tí a bá ti géètì result yẹn tá a géètì DNA mo fi Ọlọ́run tí mò ń sì búra kò gbọdọ̀ pé ọjọ́ méje tí a ti rí result yìí gbọdọ̀ pé ọjọ́ méje ká mú ká gbé kúrò lẹ̀ láti ṣe ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe mi ò tí ì rí result láì dẹ̀ rí result àti result yóò bá wá tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn mò ń fi gbogbo ẹnu gbogbo àgbáyé sọ̀rọ̀ tí yóò bá tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn a máa ṣe private autopsy.
ẹ sì máa ṣe private.
a máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni because níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ń lọ yìí delay ó ti fẹ́ bọ́ sí denial right.
delay ti fẹ́ bọ́ sí denial.
wọ́n tó tẹ̀lé mi sorry sir so àwọn tó tẹ̀lé mi wọ́n tó silent wọn pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin bíi márùn-ún yìí wọ́n kọ orúkọ wọn wọ́n petition wọn wọ́n fẹ́ pa wọn lẹ́nu mọ́ kí ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé ó ti ń lọ́wọ́ kan kàánú ni so a gbọ́dọ̀ fúnra ká dẹ̀ múra pé nǹkan bá la fẹ́ ṣe ká fi eléyìí jófin ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ sílẹ̀ onítòun yìí ló máa fi ṣe àṣemọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
so tí gbogbo Nàìjíríà tí gbogbo àgbáyé bá lè jẹ́ ká pọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ so tí wọ́n bá tó fẹ́ gbèrú ìgbésẹ̀ yìí á jẹ́ àríkọ́gbọ́n àti àríkọ́ṣe fún ẹlòmíràn.
Welcome back. I gave you a little hint on what you're about to hear at the beginning of this video. So let us continue with analysis and translation. Now, first, this useless narrative have been put out there by some people. They said Mohbad is not educated, that he's not lettered, that he's not capable of reading and writing. That is why he could not leave Wunmi, because Wunmi is now the fingers that holds the pen on behalf of Mohbad. Wunmi is now the person who reads and explains everything to Mohbad. That's the narrative that they put out there, which is not true. Mohbad's father told us that he had to loan money. In fact, this resulted into Mohbad's stepmother stepping out of that house, stepping out of their home, cutting off from Mohbad's father, because she said, Mohbad is like you and your father. There is something between both of you. No, I don't want to be part of this anymore. How can you love your son more than me? She left. She could not even loan that money on behalf of Mohbad, because back then, that particular loan shark company gives money to women only. Well, Mohbad's father is reiterating, saying that I paid for tuition fee. I sent Mohbad to school. Mohbad went to a tertiary institution, spent 2 years there, OND, Ordinary National Diploma. Now, how then did it become that Mohbad could not be in charge of his account? How then did he become Wunmi's account? What exactly happened? What happened? According to Mohbad's father, my son has been spiritually tied. This family, this is what they do. They capture and tie. This probably originated from the grandmother of Wunmi, Because she said that my grandmother gave me that piece of white cloth to throw in the coffin of Mohbad. Like, seriously? Now, let us even look at the marriage of a thing. Do you know that marriage never happened? There was no marriage. There was no marriage. It was supposed to be an introduction, but because they knew what they needed to do, they quickly roped it together, tied it up together, and they arrived at, oh, how can the family of a woman claim that a man is married to their son, to their daughter? How is it possible? The man said, no, it is not possible. I went there by myself. Is it possible for, in a Yoruba African setting, how can Mohbad's father and mother be the only one present at Mohbad's so-called marriage? Is it possible? It is not possible at all. It is not possible. Never heard of like marriage and it's only the father and mother. No, not possible. Even Mohbad's elder sister was not, I don't think, present there. That's how terrible it is. Well, the white piece of cloth, Mohbad's father made it clear to us now that it is not just a piece of cloth, that there was something tied inside of the piece of cloth. Upon exhuming of the body, they found it. They found what was inside of it. They actually put a charm inside of that piece of cloth and threw it inside of the coffin of Mohbad. This definitely was supposed to be used to shut the spirit of Mohbad down, capture his spirit. And Mohbad's father is telling us this. He said, do you know that we are from the same part of Nigeria? That is Wunmi, that we are from the same part. We are from the same place. Imagine how bad these people are. Now, Mohbad's father also said, back then, Wunmi, when I went there, she wasn't expecting me. I got there, I said, Wunmi, what happened to my son? The answer is, you know what? Take his body to Ekiti State. Go and spiritually find out who took his life. And he's like, what nonsense are you spewing from your mouth? What they wanted to confirm from Mohbad's father is if he was going to go that route, if he was going to do that. That was all. They just wanted to confirm. Now, two, Mohbad's father made it clear that when he was struggling with the Nigerian police, arguing them, begging them to get a police report, a certificate so that he can take his son to the morgue. Do you know that Mohbad, when he passed away, they already issued Wunmi that certificate? She kept mute, kept quiet, closed her mouth, pretended like nothing was happening. Shut her mouth so that Mohbad's father can quickly bury. And the next plan was for them to quickly drop what they needed to drop inside of his coffin. Now, if all of these things are made up, what about what Mohbad said before he passed away? He said, that cloth that you're putting on my head, I have warned you not to put it on my head. This will be the last that you people will do. This is the last evil that you people will do. You people have been doing this wickedness for a long time. This will be the last of it. So, spiritually, they were already covering the mind of Mohbad. They were already manipulating the mind of Mohbad. Now, Wunmi, when she was asked about it, she claimed that the reason behind it is that her grandmother told her that she needed to protect Mohbad. And that by so doing, Mohbad will, protect she herself. And I'm like, I don't really understand it. How can you protect someone who is not alive? I thought people often resort to their ancestors, like they do some libation on behalf of their ancestors to protect them. How can the living now try to protect the dead? I've never heard this in my life before. So that story did not add up. Mohbad's father had to do due diligence. He searched and realized what that piece of cloth and that thing that was dropped inside of it was for. He realized at the end of the day that the reason why she did put that inside was for her to cover up the evil act, the wicked act that they already perpetrated. They wanted to cover it up. Yeah, they wanted to cover everything up. So they did throw that piece of cloth inside of it to cover it up. But the God that does not support evildoers expose them. The God that said, this definitely will be the last evil that your family will perpetrate. Expose them. The body of Mohbad was exhumed. And here we are today. Mohbad's father was able to see what they threw inside. Mohbad's father was able to do forensic spiritual analysis on it and realized that these people wanted to capture, shut down Mohbad's spirit. They wanted to shut down the essence of Mohbad. They wanted to capture the spirit of Mohbad so that their own daughter can live life freely. Now the man is asking, so you people joined forces together, took my own son's life, and you want me to shut up so that your own child will live freely in this world. You people are now fighting me, the father, with the money that my son worked for. Obviously, Wunmi has no job that we know. She has no job. So where is she getting money to pay a lawyer? She's getting it from Mohbad's account. And the worst is this, Mohbad's mother, she's the most wicked woman that I've ever seen. Even if you have differences with your ex-husband, for one reason or the other, unsettled differences, when your son passed away and it got to this point, you should take time to call and say, let us speak. Sit down and say, look, I've heard and I've seen about this. If truly justice is what you're looking for and DNA is part of the route to get this justice done, let us push, press, join forces together for this DNA to be done. That would have been what you will hear from a woman who is truly seeking for justice. But she decided to liaise with Wunmi, saying, I don't blame Mohbad's father. He's a wicked man. Do you know what I went through when I was with him? He blamed me of infidelity because I cooked and I gave to a man. He now said, I'm a bad person. We fought. He laughed. He mocked me. Yes, it's possible that Mohbad's father is that bad. I'm not saying he's a saint. No, I'm not saying he's the best husband. There are people who are good fathers but not good husbands. There are people who are good husbands but not good fathers. And there are people who are both. I'm not going to say that Mohbad's mother is the best woman, but at this point, at this time, both of them should have joined forces together to make sure that their son gets true justice. And part of this is for the DNA. I cannot even imagine the kind of mother that would not say, yes, let us get DNA done. When I listened to her, I heard how articulate she is. So it's not as if she's rambling like she doesn't know. She knows what to say. She took it one after the other, one after the other. The point that she wanted to put out there, she did put it out there. So what are we talking about here? Why can't you sit together with your ex-husband? If you don't want him anymore, it's okay. We don't care about that. We don't even want to think of both of you being together. Why don't you guys sit together and say, look, enough is enough. Let us deal with this DNA. Wunmi, you know what? Come, let's get this DNA done. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. No, not at all. Now, he talked about meeting the lawyer, fake lawyer, wicked lawyer that Wunmi and her family employed to do their wickedness, their wicked act, to conclude it. He said he met the lawyer there. He said he is the father of Mohbad. He was not called to come to Mohbad's, to come see his own son. They called a lawyer and they called one diabolic Islamic cleric to be there. He said, how is this possible? That you will have a son and this child, you will now, arrange between yourself to take him out of this world, and then you guys will now look at it and you'll be like, you know what? Let us pretend like it never happened. Where does that happen? That's what he's asking. Say, where does this type of thing happen? And people will shut their mouth and say, okay, I sacrificed my own son. Why don't you sacrifice your own daughter? Sacrifice your own daughter, not my own child. Justice for Mohbad is a must, and it will be gotten. That's what he's saying. And I'm kind of in support of what he's saying. I'm kind of in support of what Mohbad's father is saying here. I'm in support totally of all that he's saying. It has to be justice for Mohbad and nothing more. How dare Wunmi's family think that Mohbad's father will keep his mouth shut? For what reasons?